Hey there, retro fans, welcome back to RGF Retro Game Force, and today I have a surprise unboxing of something that you will not guess what it is. Oh wait, I put it on the title and on the thumbnail. Okay, so you guys already know that I'm talking about the Astro City Mini. So when Astro City Mini was announced, I was super interested in getting one, but yeah, it was Japanese exclusive, and I live in Switzerland, and it's super hard to get stuff from Japan in Switzerland, because normally there is not even a shipping option to ship it to Switzerland. I don't know, complicated, but yeah, that's it. And when Limited Run came with their own option of having the Astro City, I was there day one, trying to get a device, and because I know that they will fly very easy from the website, and yeah, I could get one from Limited Run. Limited Run promised a translated version of the Astro City, which is true on the box, but not really on the software. The software and the hardware is exactly the same as you have on the Japanese Astro City Mini. But let's look into some details on the box. And now comes the time to check out what's inside. Dedicated to all Sega fans around the world and the creators who made history. Oh man, really cool from Sega, and they already give me the chills. Really nice. Oh, first things first, the instruction manual. Should we go through the instruction manual or... Boring! So okay, I guess we skip it. Ooh, a box inside of a box, so let's see what is inside. I'm guessing cabling, right? And my guess was correct. Here we have HDMI cable. It's always good to have another HDMI cable around. Always good to have all the cables that you need to attach to the device, and the USB cable to actually power the device itself, but without any brick. So I need to use a brick that I have around. But anyhow, all good. And I think all we have left is the main unit, so let's take this bad boy out of the box. Holy cow, look at that, she's a beauty, isn't she? Wow, really cool. And with macro switches and everything, take that Neo Geo Mini, that's really cool. The controls are really like a next level thing for a mini arcade cabinet. It really looks and feels like an arcade cabinet should be, in of course miniature size. Cool. In terms of connectivity, in the back we have the switch on and off, we have the HDMI out, we have the two USB ports to connect controllers, which I didn't bought, by the way, audio jack to connect to your audio system if you want to, and the micro USB to power the device. And now the moment that you all are waiting for. Let's peel off the screen. Let's do the peeling. Here we go. And because size matters, let's put side by side the Neo Geo Mini to see how bigger or smaller is the Astro City compared to that one. And we can see that actually it's bigger, but it's not so bigger compared to the Neo Geo Mini. Even if it feels, in terms of build-up quality, it feels much higher quality, and it feels bigger. Yeah, I'll probably regret these wordings, but anyhow. So let's turn on the device and see a bit of the software running, and most importantly the screen quality. So let's check it out. The user interface looks very particular, and that's not a bad thing, actually it's a good thing. Looks pretty good and snappy. And the screen quality is actually good, but it's 16:9 aspect ratio and not 4:3, even if all the games are running in 4:3. But you know, it's complicated to get these days screen with the 4:3 aspect ratio without the proper volumes, and Sega probably didn't want to increase the costs of production of a device like this. I understand, and the most important thing is that the screen is actually pretty good quality, let's say. So now let's talk about the game. So for that I'm going HDMI out and showing footage of me playing some of the games present here on the Astro City. Hey guys, so here we go. Here we have the full screen of the Astro City user interface, and I don't have a controller, and I tried a different set of controllers on the Astro City. Nothing worked, so yeah, let me maybe show you a bit of the settings since we are here with full screen. So on the console settings we have the please read, the language settings, the copyright, which is important if you want to read some documentation. They have brightness, and the brightness only works on the internal screen of the system itself, not over HDMI out. But here we have, and the volume. And I forgot to add that it's this mini cabinet has a dual stereo speaker, and they are actually pretty loud and good quality, and you could increase the volume. Then on the screen settings we have analog and default. Analog adds scan lines. They look a bit horrible, I would say, so normally I go to default. Then wallpaper settings, you can add bezels, so you can add bezels for the 4:3 aspect ratio, and not so bad, but I prefer the black screen. So talking about the game, so in terms of user interface, we have, by the way, 37 games included. We have, in terms of user interface, different genre of games that you can see. This is a fighting game, puzzle game. It's cool that they put icons on it. We can navigate with some screenshots of the games and of the game itself. But yeah, Virtua Fighter is the first one that comes in here. Was a big selling point for this Astro Mini, and you can see what is the PCB from Sega. So in this case it's the Sega Model 1. By the way, I did a video on that, so if you are interested in yeah, knowing a bit more about the Sega Model 1, check that out. And yeah, let's try Virtua Fighter, because for me Virtua Fighter was oh, by the way, you can change the in some games you can also change the audio track here on the UI. So I can press here and it changes the UI for changes the audio for a piece of the track present in the highlighted game. So Virtua Fighter for me was yeah, kind of a disappointment, because the frame rate is super unstable. Even if the game looks great, as you can see here, Virtua Fighter never looks so good. Compare what we have here on the Astro City Mini, but the frame rate is a bit unstable, and the controls, I don't have any other control to test, but to play this on the big screen with a small controller here on the Astro City is a bit yeah, disappointing. So let's go ahead. I will choose the classic Jackie, which is my favorite, and you will see how good this game actually runs. I struggle a bit to use the controllers of the Astro City, but yeah, here it is. And you see the frame rate on the replays is really bad, actually. During gameplay, that's okay, but during replays, for whatever reason, it goes really down the lane of really low amount of frames per second. So yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, here it is, Virtua Fighter, true classic, the first 3D polygon game, fighting game, which is, yeah, it's a true classic. See if I can win this one. Yeah, I could. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing, but still, it's really a good-looking game. Okay, so now going back to the main menu, let's go ahead and navigate into some games. Puyo Puyo, Space Harrier, of course. By the way, did I mention that we have 2 slots for save states? Yes, we have. And this controls are reversed, so you can change it to normal. And let's play some Space Harrier, one of my all-time favorites on the arcades. This game on the arcade was awesome. Yeah, and it plays really well. Actually, it doesn't push your wrists too hard. On my arcade cabinet, if I play this one, I really struggle with the wrists. It's a bit too stressful. The soundtrack is amazing from Space Harrier. It moves quite well, actually. Oops, almost. Yeah. Yeah, looks good. Let's move forward for some more Sega goodness. And Fantasy Zone. Yeah, Fantasy Zone. Let's try Fantasy Zone. Because Fantasy Zone was, back in the days, a really important game from Sega. Opa Opa was actually the... Okay. Opa Opa actually was replaced by Alex Kidd and then Sonic, but Opa Opa was really important for Sega back in the days. Yay! Really colorful game. Oop, gone. Yeah, super important game for Sega, and really cool to see it here. Wonder Boy, Alex Kidd, not the biggest fan of Alex Kidd. Alien Syndrome is a good game also. Wonder Boy in Monsterland, really cool. Well, Shinobi, mandatory. Love this game. Love. It's really all the Shinobi games. Big fan. So yeah, as you can see, you play really well. I will advise you to buy a controller, because to play on the big screen with a controller that comes in the Astro City is a bit not how you should play. I think from now on I will use the footage from the Astro City when I need to take some footage from Shinobi. Oh, this guy saving the kids. It's true classic. Shinobi is a true classic. The other guys don't go anywhere. Love this game, really. Oop. Yeah. Great game. So moving forward, that's 37 games. So yeah, Altered Beast, of course, Altered Beast is here. Another Sega classic, Wonder Boy, 3 it's amazing games. Game Ground also, Golden Axe. Let's play some Golden Axe. First time I played Golden Axe was actually not on the arcade. It was the IBM PC version with a lot of issues on the frame rate, but yeah, anyhow. Okay, let's see if I still know how to play Golden Axe. There's a new version. Actually the sequel from Golden Axe, the true sequel on the arcades, was Golden Axe Revenge of Death Adder, which is a great game, and it's actually the first time that we have it at home, except for the Arcade 1-Up. They came up with a version of it, but at least on home consoles it was actually the first time that we had Golden Axe. Yeah, so let's move forward. We all know how good Golden Axe is. eSWAT, which is a different version of what we have on the Genesis Mega Drive. Still really good. Shadow Dancer, you know, big fan of Shinobi. Alien Storm, with real arcade graphics. This is all the arcade version. Collins, of course. Bonanza Bros. Not my kind of game. Collins 2. Why you have two Collins in another game? I don't know. Thunder Force AC. So Thunder Force AC is basically Thunder Force 3 with made for the arcades. It was so good on the Mega Drive that they actually came up with a version to have it on the arcade. It's a really good, really awesome game. Red Mobile. The first time I think we had Sonic appearing on screen. Really cool to see it here. Cotton, amazing game, really good. Arabian Fight. A lot of it's a side-scroller brawler, side-scroll brawling, but with a lot of whatever. So here we have Golden Axe Revenge of the Death Adders. So this game is amazing. I already finished it in my arcade cabinet, in my big arcade cabinet there. It's a great game. Sadly never ported to the Sega Saturn, because this sprite quality it will only be possible on the Sega Saturn. So really cool. Look at these animations. Look at the size of the sprites. Really awesome. This is only two-player mode, so two-player co-op, not four players like in the arcades, because only two controllers, right? So yeah, it's really good game. Let's call the magic. How I call the magic? Yay! Yeah, really cool. So yeah, it's to see these kind of games coming into these kind of collections. Puyo Puyo, we all know Puyo Puyo, right? Came to the West as the mean Dr. Robotnik, being mean machine. But here we have. So bottom line is, do I recommend you to buy the Astro City Mini if you are a Sega collector, if you leave the Sega awesomeness on the arcades? For sure you need to get this. Is a really collector item, but you can also use it to play awesome arcade games from Sega. If you are not, then I would say the price is a bit too high. I don't know if the price will go down, probably not. So yeah, I will recommend these to collectors. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And until the next video, take care and bye bye.